If any staffer, lawmaker, or for that matter, serviceman committed the litany of idiocies and worse that Pete Hegseth has, they'd be in major legal trouble, let alone out of a job. Republicans on the Hill, who swallowed hard and confirmed him as defense secretary, even though his inexperience and endless personal and professional red flags told them he was in over their head, well, those same senators are now privately livid. The signal scandals have confirmed their worst fears, not just about his lack of judgment, but in the tone deafness of his response when confronted. Calling it a media-created scandal exposes his cluelessness about the severity of the security breach and also confirms his weakness of character. What Hegseth declines to acknowledge beyond the potentially catastrophic consequences of his idiocy was who was behind the latest condemnation when it came to the defense secretary. John Ulyett, the now former chief spokesman for the Pentagon, he resigned last week. Ulyett, who ran communications at the NSC and the VA in the first Trump term, he came to the Department of Defense this time around in large part because of his longtime close friendship with, yes, Pete Hegseth. He quit last week and then penned a scathing opinion piece in Politico where he eviscerated Hegseth's leadership and he painted a scene of chaos at the Pentagon. He described ill-thought mass firings, repeated leaks of sensitive military operational plans, and the cowardice, not the courage that was needed at the top. He said it wasn't lost on rank and file that Hegseth made scapegoats of and fired senior officials for supposed leaks without evidence, while he, Hegseth, not once but twice did the very such thing. Ulyett went on to describe a building in disarray that culminated in a full-blown meltdown by the end of his first month on the job. Beyond the leaks and embarrassingly disprovable lies Hegseth tried to spin, there was a top-secret briefing on China he had scheduled with Elon Musk, despite the fact that Musk didn't have security clearance and too many conflicts of interest to count. Then came the mass layoffs that appeared to lack either rhyme or reason. Apparently, those close to the situation believe even more shoes are about to drop around Hegseth. So at the end of his opinion piece, Ulyett said what many of Hegseth's closest friends, let alone Republicans, know. He has to go, but yet he stays. It's not exactly a headline that Republicans on the Hill are putting Trump before a country and won't say publicly what they say in private or off the record. But we are talking about our national security here. Sure, most of us, including yours truly, can say we told you so, but that shouldn't be a reason for the GOP to sit quietly as the indefensible goes from disgraceful to downright dangerous.